Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's doing great today. I appreciate the one or two of you who be watching this video. It's about what I'm expecting, how many views I'll get on this show. But hey, if you're viewers 3 and above, I appreciate you as well. I hope you enjoy it. And so today we're going to be talking about this Chinese historic drama called The Deer in the Cauldron. There's actually like 2 different seasons of this. There's 2 different shows of this. I'm just going to cover them both as one because I feel like if you watch both of them, you get the whole story. So you get The Deer in the Cauldron, that came out in 2014. This version of the story of the show is more like a kung fu, kind of like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's more comical in the fighting stance, where like the enemies have like superpowers kind of thing, like you would see in a kung fu show or something like that. And then the more modern version that came out just a few years ago is more like realistic in the fighting, and the characters are more realistic looking, while in the 2014 they're kind of like over the top, like the villains are kind of over the top. They both got their own different styles type of thing, but I'm just going to combine the story into one, just because I think if you want to get the full story of this, you would like them watch them together, as the 2014 really concentrates more on the relationship of our main character, our guy, with his wives. So he does have multiple wives. Talks about why these women would actually like him and agree to this marriage when he has different wives. The more modern version, while it does have concentrates a little bit on the romance, it really concentrates more on like the political aspect of this guy's journey in his life, I'll get more into it. But if you watch them together, you get kind of like a fuller story of this. Both shows are basically exactly the same, like I said, but there are some more added scenes in the 2014 about his relationship with these women, and then the modern version is more scenes about how he maneuvers politically and to accomplish the goals that he has. So you're probably running by now 2.5 minutes into this. What is The Deer in the Cauldron really about? It takes place around the time that the Qing dynasty over there in China had defeated the Ming. The Ming still has a lot of loyalists, and they're trying to get the Ming government back established and into power. So you got many factions out there trying to do that, and our main character here, he's just a lowly guy. His mother was a prostitute, and he kind of finds himself in the Forbidden City, and under circumstances he starts working for the emperor, and him and the emperor become like very best friends, almost like brothers, brothers with a different mother and father per se. And so the emperor sees like this guy is very quick, he has a quick mind, quick mouth. He's able to talk himself out of situations. So the emperor sends him out there to on certain like missions, to either establish, just certain missions. And on his missions, he runs into these different factions who want to reestablish the Ming dynasty, and he kind of becomes friends with them. Throughout the show, while he's trying to accomplish the goals that this emperor set out for him, he's also helping out these Ming factions and their goals as well. And for the most part, he's able to do this because both the Ming and the Qing emperor have like a similar goal. There's like a outside villain there that they both want to take down. And while this is going on, our hero in both shows, he's living a high life, really. He's living a high life. He's having a good time, and you can see that he's having fun doing these missions. But once their common enemy gets destroyed, that's when things get a little bit more complicated, because both the Qing emperor and these allies of the Ming start to converge and want to take each other out. And this is what really tears our main character apart. And as he's trying his best to save both his friends, his brother, the Qing emperor, save him from assassination attempts from these Ming factions. At the same time, he's trying to save his friends from these Ming factions, from our emperor, from destroying them. and it just starts to wear on him. And then by the end, especially in the newer version, by the end of this, you just can tell that he's tired of the game that he's been playing throughout this show. While at the beginning he was enjoying it, having fun with it, it's just come to real, and he starts to realize, he can't have, like the Bible says, he can't have two masters. So it's getting harder for him to serve both of these factions. While he's not really a traitor to the emperor, but he's not really, faithful to him either, because the emperor's wanting him to destroy his fellow friends. So you really can see, especially the newer one. My favorite of the versions is the newest one. I feel like the lead character in that one, the lead actor, does a fantastic job of portraying this character. At the beginning, he gets this swagger at the beginning where, he's on the top of the world. He's just hilarious. This is a comedy. He's like really hilarious, and his walking and talking, and this is mannerisms. Like, he's really into this role. He plays it really good, like perfectly. And he's just doing fantastic. So you can see, like, he's really able to portray his emotions of this character. And then at the end, he's just so weighed down with all this, responsibility and problems. Because by the end of the show, he has these multiple wives, and he has 3 children. And, he's starting to realize, like, that's not only his life that's in trouble, but, his whole family as well is in trouble as well. So, he's just trying to figure out how to just get out of the game. And that kind of struggle. So he gets like, at the beginning, it's like, it's really comical and stuff. But at the end, you start to say, how's this guy going to survive this? Because, at any time, the King Emperor can end his life, and then his friends on the other faction are the same way. And what's kind of sad is that he's kind of like more loyal to these people than they are to him. Though I would say that the King Emperor does give him a very, very, very long leash. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Just like how he gets himself in trouble and how he able to talk him way out of it. Now, if this was real life, they do give liberties, because if it was real life, he'd been ended a lot of times. So he does get a little bit of plot armor, but it's hilarious, it's funny, it's fun to watch. Some people might be turned off of it because he does have multiple wives and such. But I like how they go full blown in this. If you ever watch these kind of Chinese historic dramas, anytime somebody has like a harem of women, like multiple women, they always have their favorite, and it is concentrate on that one woman, and they kind of ignore the other girls and such, and which causes a lot of the bitterness that they use in the show. I like how they just go full blown, like he has all these wives, and he loves them all. He does have like a favorite in this one. However, while he does kind of show her favoritism, he doesn't neglect his other wives, and he does love them as well. But you can tell that he has one that he prefers to, like, one of them that if he has problems, he'll share his problems with her. Like, she's the one that he kind of counts on for, like, emotional support and such. But I do like how, like, you don't have that harem in fighting and stuff like that. Like, once the girls get together, they are all, like as one. They all get together for the most part. They do have some clashes because each one of them has their own personalities and such like that. But overall, I'll say if you watch the older one, the 2014 version, he does it. It's real done too. Like the main character or main actor, he does a good job portraying it. I just like the newer versions myself. The first version, like I said, it's more kind of like a comical thing. Everything's over the top. The fighting, like your enemies have like special powers and stuff. But the main character is the same. He has a quick mouth, quick brain, talk himself out of problems. So the 2014, I would probably recommend that with caution, because the humor and stuff, it's a little over, like I said, a little over top. There's just something about it that I don't really like the costumes and the cinematography and stuff. It's just not to my taste. I do recommend a newer version Like I said, you can find this on Vicky Rakuten. I do like the newer version of this. It's more down to earth, more realistic. I like the actor who plays the main character a lot better. I think he does a fantastic job. Believe like the acting overall is better to me. I think because they try to really do like a realistic job, while the older one is trying to like over the top. But yeah, check this out. You can find it on Vicky Rakuten. That's where I found it on that app. Hope you enjoy this video. It's kind of long, but hey, this is on a Friday. It's the weekend. You got all day, right? You got plenty of time. Have a great day. Bye.